Hello, friends. This is Saurabh from Tax Accountants, and today I'd like to cover a very important topic. This topic is about three deductions. Are you the business owner and you missing the deductions? So I don't want to go through tens and tens of deductions and give you a lot of things to think about. Let's talk about only three deductions. So if I tell you only three deductions, then you will remember those three deductions, what these are. And I can bet you 90% of business owners might be missing on these three deductions. So what are these three deductions? So deduction number one is, are you using part of your house for the business purposes? Now, it's a bit of a gray area. I mean, if you have an office location which is outside of your home and predominantly you work from there, can you still claim part of your home office expense? So that all comes down to, are you actually using part of your home for the business purposes such as planning, management, marketing, execution, client meetings, or storage of some of the materials inside your house or the garage? If the answer is yes, we need to calculate what is the area that you're using, and once we have identified what is the area that you're using, based on that we can do the home office calculation, or you can do that yourself as well, that home office calculations. And if you want to use the guidelines by the tax department, so these are the guidelines for the tax department. We don't have to go through itemizing each and every single thing. We can just look at the square meter of the total area and this times that by 63.68 cents. So $63.68. Imagine if your house is 100 square meter and if you're using 30 of that square meter, so 30 times $63, about $2,000 worth of expenses that we can claim that you might be missing out without doing any calculation. Just use that, times it by 63, job done. One more thing, if you do that 63, we still get to use the other things such as occupancy costs, such as rent or the interest on mortgage on the rates. So this is over and above the variable cost. So fixed cost plus this variable cost. We can do both. Let's look into the second. This happens with me sometimes as well, or some of my good friends who are the business owners. So we use personal expenses for business purposes without knowing that, oh, this is a business expense. We kind of keep using our personal things for business purposes because as a small business owner, we are heavily involved in the business. So personal and business go hand in hand. So some of those times our personal expenses are also used for business purposes and we do not know that. So we just need to know what portion of personal expenses has been used for business purposes, and then we just bring that manually into the books of your business. So that could be as simple as any IRD kilometer, right? If you have used travel, some of the expenditure done from not through business car, through personal car. So we just look at how many kilometers you have traveled and the times that by a rule of thumb 90 cents to $1 that you can use to claim it, or go through with your personal expenditure list through your credit card and bank statement and see, is there any portion that we have missed this year? And if we have, manually bring those adjustments into the business. Now, third thing is the deductible expenses, such as I might have done some courses, some training, some upskilling of myself that might be related to my business expenditure, and we might have missed it. For example, if I go and do some training to upskill myself, such as even though it's as small as the first day training, that we have done that we can use for business purposes, or any course I have done on the marketing, how I can attract more customers. So those sort of stuff, that could be my business expense. Or if I have done any subscription to any magazine that I use, or it could be as simple as subscription to New Zealand Herald, where I use all the business column every time to update myself with the things that I need to know to advise my clients. So things like that, you can use it to claim as well. And so these are the three main things that I want you to remember. Number one being your expenditure related to part of your personal home being used for business purposes. Second is, have you missed any personal expenditure that might be hidden inside your credit cards, your personal bank statements? And third thing is the main item that you need to remember, that if any subscription or any training I have done to upskill myself, that also can be used for business purposes. Thank you for watching this video.